Yo, it's Bryson back with the bq.POV daily podcast show, where the purpose of the first 100 episodes is to just document the day-by-day journey of what I'm going through with the Live Hard program, as well as me brainstorming ideas for my first ever product that I'm going to put out there. And I haven't talked about that once, but it's been brewing a little bit in my brain, and I want to take a step forward in that direction. So, yeah, how the fuck was that for an intro? We're getting better, all right? Got to add some music and all that shit in there. But, yeah, a little bit here, a little bit there, slowly making it work. So, whatever, man. So, I wanted to just... Oh, shit. Did it just stop recording? God damn it, dude. Did it stop recording? Oh, no, we're good. Yeah, so probably going to be a quicker episode. I just wanted to touch on a few different things regarding my mentality with everything going on right now. And I've kind of shared a little bit here and there with the previous episodes about what's going through my head and how I'm liking or how I'm not liking this or that or whatever. And so I'll dive right in. And I'm actually going to dive right in, unlike the other episodes where I say I'm going to dive right in and then spend 20 minutes jacking off. So my current mentality with everything, I think it'd be valuable for somebody to hear where my head is at so early on. So absolute day one, ground zero, early on. Where my brain's at, what I expect, what am I thinking, and yeah, just kind of where I'm at. So the biggest thing with really everything is just getting out of your own way, getting your mentality, your mind, everything just straight and focused and sharp. So you have the discipline, the grit, everything you need to move forward and accomplish what you got to do or what you are trying to accomplish. So my mentality right now is the strongest that it's ever been in my entire life, for sure. Even a lot more than when I competed in my first Men's Z competition 6 years ago, which is crazy to think about. But again, to think back at the last 100 days and to see where I was versus where I am now, it's unbelievable how much progress I've made. So right now, my mindset is almost, right now, it's pretty close to being bulletproof, and obviously these are perishable skills with the discipline and getting shit done. So doing my best to keep on top of those so that the worst they ever get is bulletproof, So another way of saying I hope they never stop. I hope I never stop progressing in that way because I feel great. I feel unstoppable, and I'm not trying to jinx it. I'm grateful for the progress I made, and I just want to acknowledge that and put it out there that I feel fucking awesome. So all courtesy to the 75 Hard Live Hard program. I'm on day 19, I think, of phase 1. It's awesome, dude. I'm very proud of myself, and I'm very excited to get this phase 1 underneath my belt. So current mentality with everything, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what I said in the intro here, which is the product launch of whatever I decide to launch, and that is, well, I'll get into it, but okay. So the idea of not having a life for the next decade has been resonating with me a little bit more lately. It's in part because of how I, don't have a, quote, life, end quote, now, because I wake up at 2:30 and I go to the gym and I go to work for 9 hours and I get home and I go for an outdoor cardio session and then I come home and then I yada, yada, yada. You've heard me say it a bunch of times in other episodes. And I've got all this shit to do, and by the time I finish it, I'm already an hour, 30 minutes over my bedtime, and that's horrible. My only time to catch up on sleep is on the weekend where I work FedEx, and then that requires even more discipline, actually, because I don't have that strict structure of having to wake up at 2:30. I can wake up at 7, so it's hard to do that. So I guess I'm not bulletproof yet. So right there, humbling little thing right there, but So the idea of living my life now, how it is right now for the next 10 years, knowing that I'm working towards something and I'm happy and I'm doing work that's fulfilling for me personally, that sounds good to me. That sounds exciting, I'm more excited of embarking on the journey than really the thought of what might come after the journey is over or when I reach a certain point in the journey. And that's a lot of maturity on my end. I think for the longest time, I always focused on the end result and focused on how long it would take me to do this or that, or how many this or whatever I would have to do to get X, whether that's how many times I'd have to go to the gym to get a 315 bench, which I don't have, or how many times I'd have to whatever. And for a while, I was a fitness trainer, online fitness coach, and I just didn't have the discipline. I didn't have the guts to do a lot of the shit that was asked of me to do, and kind of pushed out and didn't really see much progress for business growth. I had maybe a dozen clients or so total over the course of 12 years, and I take pride in the fact that I helped change some people's lives, and it's been pretty cool to think about that. So a lot of people have great habits and they're still doing the programs I gave them. It's awesome. But I just didn't have that much success because I was in it for what's marketed so heavily, the 10K months, where you're making 10 grand a month. Being an online fitness coach, you got all the freedom. You can scale it up to 100 grand a month, blah, 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 all this stuff. And I was in it for the money. I was in it for the end game of getting... I was just pretty much in it for the money. I wanted to help people for sure, but the thought of making $1 million, that was a lot more enticing to me. And I was not making even 1% of that, so it made me feel, I don't know what the right word is. I don't want to say discouraged because I wasn't discouraged that I wasn't making $1 million. I fully understood why I wasn't, but I was just so focused on the end that I wasn't going to appreciate the path that it was going to take to get there, if that makes sense. Because I don't even really remember much of me being a fitness coach at all. I didn't really like writing fitness programs every single month or whatever when somebody's ran out. I don't like the idea of automation with fitness coaching because I think it needs to be personalized depending on the person. And, you're supposed to pick one person with one goal with every one, so you can make one program and it fits all that type of person, Because why would I make a fat loss program for this person, a muscle program for this person, strength program for this person, an endurance program for this person, when I can just focus all my time and energy on marketing to one person with one goal, with one problem, blah, blah, blah. So that makes sense. But even then, I just didn't want to do that. I don't know. I just kind of a passion for me to hit the gym and get bigger and stronger and stuff, but maybe not so much in programming everything else for somebody else. So there's a lot of nuance to that for me personally. I love to write programs, but I don't like the being stressed and forced to do it because somebody's program ran out, or trying to write meal plans for someone because I don't even use meal plans. I just track everything with MyFitnessPal. So I was doing a lot of things, teaching a lot of things, I guess, that I didn't really like to do myself. So I don't know. There's a lot of learning there and a lot of growth there that happened for sure, but neither here nor there. All I'm trying to say is I was in it for the money. I wasn't in it to help people and to build a business. I was in it just for the money. And for the most part, I wanted to help people, like I said. But anyway, I move on from that. Just wasn't in it for the long haul. I just wanted the quick bucks and all that shit that came with it. And now, knowing that, or imagining that my life for the next 10 years or even 20 years might be how it is right now, I guess that sounds challenging, but I'm the last 100 days have been great, and I'm the happiest I've ever been, and I feel fucking awesome. So in that light, 10, 20 years sound great, especially if by the end of that, I'm going to have this car, this money, this home, this safety, this security, the ability to give, to donate, to help others, to pay off my family's debts, to buy them this, to do that for them, to have trips, to have experiences, to have all these great, wonderful, magical times with my family. Yeah, that sounds fucking awesome. So that's my mentality with that right now. I am so intrigued by the idea. Let me go ahead and mark these off. I got a note here. That's another thing I'm doing. I was at the gym just barely. I was doing Stairmaster for 45 minutes. and I got my notes app out and just wrote down some topics I wanted to talk about today. And so for anybody wondering how I always have something to talk about here every single day, that's how I didn't have an idea an hour ago, and now here I am talking about a little laundry list of shit. And the Lakers just won the game. That's fucking awesome. Beat the Suns 122-19. Fuck yeah, bro. So yeah, so there's so many different things I want to do in this life, right? And a lot of them require some kind of commitment to something in the long haul, because I want to have something of my own. I want to work towards something. I want to have something that's my quote-unquote baby, until I have an actual baby. I want to develop something, put it out in the market, sell it. I want to physically pack something in a box, ship it to somebody, get their reaction, see if they post it on social media, have them leave a review, engage with this human being that thought my product was a good one and they spent their hard-earned money on my shit. I want that. And I think the reason why I was struggling so hard with the fitness coaching was because I was providing a service that I wasn't necessarily passionate about and really didn't care much about. But the idea of packing something physical and sending that out and doing something with people, that sounds, dude, it makes me want to do something, and it's a good feeling. So I copped a book. It's by Ryan Daniel Moran. I keep butchering this fucking guy's name, dude. I apologize if you're listening, Ryan, but picked up a book. I think I said that in the last show, actually. It's called 12 Months to 1 Million. And even if that doesn't happen, right? Even if I don't have $1 million in revenue in 12 months, I've already learned so much from the book and from the podcast and from the audiobook that it's got me intrigued in doing something for myself. And that's, I guess, kind of the shadow of this episode, right? That's what everything is in reference to in this episode. The whole thought of embarking on a journey sounds more appealing at the moment than anything I'll get as a result of the successes, all that shit. So the thought of me working, kind of grinding it out, trying to find a product, and then taking that product and then adding my twist to it and making it the way that I want to, and then maybe spending 10 grand, 5 grand, whatever it is, on buying a whole lot of them or whatever. And then I start marketing and start getting some influencers to share my shit, start putting this or there or whatever, and then shipping out boxes to people. That gets me so excited. And the thought of working on something and making it better and better as I go, similar to this podcast, actually, there's a lot of parallel there. It gets me so excited to want to do that, I mean, exactly what I just said with the podcast. I'm on episode 22 here, and I really look forward to doing these now. So much so that I've actually, right now, again, there's no microphone here, there's no laptop, there's nothing. It's just my phone on my lap in my car. And the reason why I'm in my car is for a few reasons. One, I'm insecure and I don't want my family to hear me. And I want to have the quiet atmosphere, the environment here that makes it sound a lot better when somebody's listening. And the microphone does help a little bit, but dude, I don't want to have to lug my laptop around and my microphone around if I can get a very similar sounding quality podcast, because right now it sounds all right, and it's funny because I always thought I needed the best mic and the best setup, the lighting, everything, because I was going to film. I thought I needed the best everything. Turns out all I needed was commitment and stop being a fucking lazy bastard and go sit in my car and record, And it's crazy how you kind of just, I'm going to call it maturity and just awareness of, I don't need the best shit or all the fancy shit. All I need is just my voice here, my phone, and here we go, So anybody thinks they need all the best equipment, you don't. Here I am. I'm doing it. And I think this show is pretty good so far. So go back and listen to the first 14 episodes of the show, and then listen to 15. And then I think it was 18. And then I think every show after that has been me in my car. And I think there's exponentially better. I mean, I'm more involved, or I'm more, my voice, I'm not so monotone, I'm not so quiet, I got better ideas, I feel like I can share more because I don't got to worry about people hearing me, and that's a whole other thing, I got to get over that, just insecurity. but it is what it is. So right now I'm going to run with this. We'll have to deal with that when we get there. But yeah, so no microphone, nothing. I'm just sitting here in my car in a church parking lot near my home here and getting this podcast in. And like I said, I look forward to doing this. I look forward to getting in front here of the microphone, which is my phone, and talking about things and getting better and putting that out there, knowing, I guess, nobody's listening to any of these yet. But that's another thing. I'm going to sidetrack here. But I think part of my personal success here is the fact that when I did 75 hard this go around, I didn't say anything to anybody unless it was my immediate family or an immediate friend. I didn't post about it on social media. I didn't post my screenshot of me completing the day at the end of every day. I didn't say anything. The closest I got to mentioning anything was literally putting a sunflower emoji with a number underneath it, signifying the day that I was on, but that was it. So it's kind of cryptic. The sunflower just meaning die or grow, which is something I believe in. And then the day, or the number, meaning the day I was on. So, but nobody even caught on. Nobody said shit. Only time I posted about it was when I completed the program. I had gotten my certificate from Andy Frisella that he signed, that I purchased, by the way, and he didn't send it to me, with all the swag I bought, the coffee mug, the Challenger coin, all that stuff. And that's the only time I posted anything about it, because I was just so proud that I did it. I didn't try to brag, or I didn't try to, I actually wrote a post and I wanted to share it. It was a really aggressive post saying like how lazy we are as a society, blah, blah, blah. I feel fucking incredible. Anybody who has done the program right knows that they've done it right. Anybody who doesn't is a fucking bit, And I wrote that post, but I didn't post it because I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I don't need to do that. I did this for me. I did it for me, and I'm on top of the world. I feel fucking great. I'm just going to share that I did the program because I'm really proud of myself. And that's it. I just said, hey, I did the program. And then that was it. And I think a lot of my success from that was because I didn't say shit. Nobody knew I was doing it. So if I fucked up, nobody knew. And if I completed it, nobody knew anyway. So it was proof, and I guess, I don't know, that I was just doing it just for myself, just for me, myself, and I only. And I did the program. I completed it, and then I made a little post, said, hey, I did it, and then I kept moving on. Nobody even knows I started actually I did post. I put phase 1 starts tomorrow or something like that on my Instagram story, and then I deleted social media completely. And I'm so glad I did, because I am so fucking hyper aware of all this time that I spent. So I've deleted social media a lot in the past, actually, and permanently, actually. Like my account that had 30,000 followers, kind of bummed I did that, but I deleted that permanently. And then I made another account. I think I got that up to 800 followers or something like that. Deleted that permanently, and then got another one. And then I think I'm at the one I'm at now, and it's got 85 followers or something like that. Oh shit, dude. Fucking tired. And then, so I deleted all social media right now. And because I'm doing so much extra work and shit right now with phase 1 and recording the podcast and writing pages, and oh fuck, I didn't write pages today. Yeah, I did. Haha, fucking bitch. Yeah, I did. We're good. After this podcast, I just got to go home and finish up eating and then go to bed. So fuck yeah. It's 11 p.m. at night on a Friday night. So Friday night, man, I'm sitting in a church parking lot recording a podcast because I have so much belief in myself that I'm going to make it, dude. It's fucking awesome. You're not weird if you sacrifice Friday, Saturday nights to work on yourself. That's boss shit. So if you're doing that right now, I commend you, and I'm proud of you. So we're in this together. We're a different kind of breed for sure. Oh, that's so corny to say, but it is what it is. So anyway, I lost track of what I was saying there, but whatever. Got to roll with the punches here. So yeah, I'm enjoying working my ass off. I'm enjoying getting all this shit done. I'm enjoying the effort that I'm putting in to this, but I want to put all that effort into something that's going to produce some kind of financial freedom or life freedom later on. And I want to have something that's mine, that's tangible, that I'm proud of, that I put my focus and attention to detail into, And I'm not sure what that will be yet, but I've just been listening and remaining open-minded with things because, it's so easy to make these big claims of, I can help you make $1 million in the next year. I can help you do this. I can help you get blah, blah, blah. It's so easy to make those claims, but it's another to put the work in and execute on them and make that shit actually happen. So, but I have this newfound confidence, this newfound discipline, this whole mental fortitude shit that's going on. I feel really good. And now I'm interested in my voice never cracking again. That'd be great. Now I'm interested in putting these new skills that I've acquired to use in the real world with real players in the real game, which is business. So that's where I'm at right now. That's where I'm starting. This is the mentality that I have going into everything. And so let's see here. Another thing I have written down. If I can fucking click the thing, dude. So I'm really hopeful of my future because of, if I base that on the last 100 days of my life, and I talked about this already, but just when life gives you lemons, man, you got to squeeze out every single drop of juice so you maximize the lemon, dude. And so when I look back at the last 100 days, I have squoze every ounce out of the lemon, except the gap between 75 and phase 1. I think that was about an 8-day gap or a 6-day gap, something like that didn't really execute much. But now that I'm back on the program, I'm doing the most I've ever done in my whole life consistently. And to think if I were to do that, I've only done it for 19 days, that type of execution where I'm doing everything all day, every day. So 19 days, to think that I've made that much progress in the last 19 days, to where I could be if I put that into a product or a business or something. And it's a different ballgame, right? We're talking about money. We're talking about ordering shit. We're talking about reviews and people ordering our shit with their money. We're talking about legal shit, talking about taxes. It's a lot different than ice baths and outdoor workouts. I get that. But I have gained so much discipline and confidence in myself and so much patience and so much tolerance for myself and understanding and almost empathy for myself. I mean, today I took an ice bath and it was the hardest one I've ever taken. And the reason for that was because usually what I do is I do my outdoor cardio. How long have we been recording for, dude? I thought it was going to be a short one. It's probably not going to be. I usually do my outdoor workout and then I come home, strip down, get in my swimsuit, head to the ice bath. And it's a little bit more manageable because of me feeling a little bit warmer from doing the cardio. And then I get in and then I'm, fine. But today I came home from the workout, I was feeling a little bit lightheaded. So I forced myself to eat a big plate of food. And I made some buffalo chicken mac, was delicious, with rotisserie chicken, protein noodles, and just dumped some cheese and buffalo sauce on there. It was very good. And very ghetto too. I mean, 4 ingredients, So anyway, no spices or anything. Anyway, so it's, what the fuck was I saying, dude? Oh yeah, so I came home and ate a lot of food, and then I kind of cooled down a little bit. It was really cold in my home, and then I just was like, okay, well, I have to take the ice bath now. So I went and got ready. I went out there, and it was just so fucking cold. It was cold outside anyway, and then the ice bath was even colder, and then I finally got in, and I was shivering the entire time, and it was so miserable. But I'll tell you what, dude, when I got out of that tub, and then I went inside, took a cold shower, which, prolonged the wait, or prolonged the arrival of the hot water, which I always do. Took an ice bath, then went and took a cold shower. As soon as I was done with that cold shower, so much fucking pride and dopamine just flooded my system. Because I flipped that goddamn switch. What, bro? I flipped the goddamn... what the fuck do you even call that shit, bro? The temperature. I don't know. Temperature gauge handle swapper. I put that to hot. And, dude, I felt incredible. I felt so happy and proud of myself that I went through that, accomplished it, and now I'm sitting down in the shower with lava pouring over my shoulders. It was a great feeling. And I don't even remember why I was saying that. But all this newfound confidence and discipline, I'm really excited to use that for a actual product, And so, yeah, squeeze out every single drop of juice from the lemon when life gives you lemons. That's what that is. So I just want to put something out there, man. The thought of dedicating my time and energy into something, knowing that I probably won't make really much money at all for the next few years. The whole money thing right now is not really even a goal, because right now I don't know. I enjoy what I do at Hill Air Force Base to a certain extent, and I enjoy working FedEx every weekend to a certain extent, and I don't dread it, so I'm kind of cool where I'm at right now, and that's good. It's both good and bad to be in that state, right? There's the region beta paradox, where you'd be actually better off if things were slightly worse. So maybe if I hated my job and I made shit money, that I'd kind of force myself to get going on this sooner, faster, quicker, whatever. But I make all right money, up on base, and combining that with FedEx, it's pretty cool. So if when I get my own place again, and I have both of those, and I'm trying to build this business or whatever, that's going to fund a lot of it, because I'll have so much extra per month, and that will just go into the business, because that's what I'd be spending my money on. So the thought of that cushion, I don't even know if you call it that, but if I need to make, for example, if I need to make $3,000 in sales per month to stay afloat, and I've got both these jobs and I'm paying rent, whatever, and I can, even if I only make $500 a month, I still got to compensate for $2,500. That's going to come from my jobs, It just goes boom, boom, and I'm still afloat. So it kind of gives me that cushion there to have the time frame, I guess, to get shit going. But yeah, I don't know. It just gets me excited. So I'm pumped for that. I'm pumped to keep searching and looking for different avenues I'd like to take, because I am still learning so much shit here that I don't even know where to begin. So even today, I was actually looking at different ideas, one of them being a supplement line, because it's explained to me that you should develop a product for yourself that scratches your itch, something that you would buy, something that is a problem that you recognize that you would want to fix, because chances are if there's something for you to fix or whatever. Is that a fucking spider on me, dude? I'm not doing this shit, man. God damn, fuck spiders, bro. Anyway, it was explained to me that, dude, what the fuck is going on? Alright, I don't know what's going on, but I fucking hate spiders, dude. There is a spider web in here, so I know there is one. Anyway, it was explained to me to pick a product that I could sell to myself that I would want to buy, right? So that would be certain supplements. And I think a lot of pre-workouts out there are just fucking horse shit. And a lot of them don't have the proper dosages of certain ingredients that I would like in them. And a lot of them do have certain ingredients, but not the right dosages. And a lot of them do have the right dosages, but not all of the ingredients that I want. And a lot of them have really all of the above, but then there's so much extra bullshit in there that it just drives the price up. And I'm good, man. I want my own pre-workout. So I've been entertaining the idea of developing a pre-workout. And so I've been messaging around I've been trying to find what do you call it? I don't know what you call things, dude. I'm learning. The people who make the product, the manufacturer, right? Messaged a few of them to see if I could get a quote based on certain ingredients and how much and blah, blah, blah. And I've gotten a few quotes, and it's looking like $5,000 to $10,000 would be the startup cost, roughly, depending on how many I buy up front. And that's okay. So right now, the thought of dropping $5,000 to $10,000 on this business venture sounds exciting. And if you would have asked me that in the past, I would have said, fuck, I can't afford that shit. Are you kidding me? That's stupid. And I probably wouldn't be doing it. So there's weird shadows going on here at the church. That's weird, bro. Anyway, I would rather invest that money now into the business idea that I have. And even if I lose it all, I'm really pumped to try. I'm really pumped to try and make something happen. I'm excited to do the research and the I don't know, look into the market, look into how I can make something better. How can I make something stand out? Because I feel like I'm a very creative and innovative person. And I feel like given the tools necessary, I could make something very cool, you know? I'm a very, very creative person. I think I have a great ability to have I'm really good at having a vision. It's just more or less executing on that vision, because I always just get myself paralyzed with analyzing everything. So anyway, I'm just pumped for all that. You know, I don't know, whatever. So, and then another thing I want to talk about real quick is I'm pretty content with my balance of work and social life and personal life and stuff, because I'm happy, dude. And I don't know, there's not much else that really matters to me at this point in time. I'm happy. I'm kicking ass. I'm getting my shit done. And so I don't, the last time I hung out with a friend was day 4, 75 hard. And before that, I don't know. Before I moved, you know, I don't know. And real quick on that. So do I have friends? Yeah, I have friends. Do I have close friends? I don't think I would consider anybody except 2 people in my life right now close friends. And close meaning I could call them up and say, hey man, I'm having a hard time, can you come over? I think there's only 2 people, I don't know, that I could do that with. And outside of that, I don't talk with anybody. I don't give a fuck. I have no desire to create new relationships with other people unless they are literally on the same path and mission as me, and that is to have this or that and whatever in life, the highest ambition you can. I'm only interested in developing friendships and relationships with people who have that shit going on in their life. And otherwise, I'm down to, you know, be your acquaintance and talk shit about whatever with you, but as far as everything else goes, I'm really not interested. So I don't, you know, call me a selfish motherfucker, but I don't want to waste my time, energy, and all that stuff, because the moment I get a friend, the moment I have that extra little bit of tiny responsibility to make sure they're all right, to, you know, they want to hang out, I don't know, just all that shit that comes with having people in your life. Call that selfish, call that whatever, but I'm not interested in that shit. I'm trying to build a future for myself, my future family, my beautiful future wife, and my amazing 4 kids that I'm going to have, right? That's my focus right now. And if that means that my quote-unquote balance of my work life, social life, personal life is way out of whack, I don't give a fuck, dude, because it's going to balance out anyway. So, and listen to episode 15, I think, about balance. It's my best episode. It's probably not my best now. The other ones, I don't know, what the fuck. So, next thing is I'm scheming with ideas here, and that I've already talked about that already, but I'm going to address it because it's on here. I forgot to mention. So me just merely looking around at these manufacturers and getting quotes and stuff, I just want to start. I just want to get going, you know? And that's so crazy for me to say, because I've always wanted to get a plan, a logo, a design, formulate everything perfectly, do, you know, before I even start. But now I'm just like, dude, I don't give a fuck. Make it purple and make the word white, and we'll say Brain Beast pre-workout, and that's it. Boom, done. Get that shit out there. Put a blue line. Who gives a fuck, bro? Put it out there. And it's exciting because I want to get going, and that level of, I wouldn't call it urgency. It's more like the carefree idea that I have with everything right now is so liberating, you know, because I can just start and we'll figure it out later. And it's cool because it's unlike me. So I found myself getting already antsy with the whole thing. And I know there comes a time and place to, you know, execute with messy action, and then another to actually, you know, plan my moves, take my time, and make something, you know, make a calculated advance in my future. So, but I feel really good about that, dude. I feel like whatever I do, it doesn't really matter. I'll figure it out and I'll adjust and improve as I go. Like the podcast, you know, we're episode 22, and I feel like this is going pretty good. I feel like the quality here, the audio quality is good. I feel like there's a lot of value to be taken from this, especially if you're new like me, trying to do something, is sharing my mentality, where I'm at personally with everything, how I'm digesting, what I might be. You know, I'm at the bottom of Mount Everest right now, and I'm excited to climb it. So figuratively speaking, of course. I would never climb that shit. So yeah, back to what I was saying. I'm scheming with ideas of pretty much the product that I want to roll with. And it keeps coming back to me, the pre-workout thing. And then how I could branch off from the pre-workout, which obviously it's supplement branch. So that would be the protein. That would be the vitamin. That would be the fish oil. That would be the post-workout. Or that be a separate product altogether. That would be just Crete, And so that's where I'm at with that. So I'm scheming ideas, and that's different than me with the whole paralysis by analysis. Analysis by paralysis by, that's a whole different thing. I'm scheming with ideas because I don't want to just sell combs, but I don't give a fuck about combs. I do give a fuck about a solid pre-workout, though, that I believe in and that I would take, So, anyway. And then, oh, yeah, that was the last thing I talked about. I thought I missed that one. Yeah, wanting to just go and figure the rest out later as I progress. I want to act now instead of planning this or that with most things. So, yeah, I knocked out everything on this list. I thought I was going to be a lot longer. Or a lot shorter. Whatever, man. All right, so, guys, that's the show. And quick outro here. The reason why I'm doing this podcast in the first place, the bq.POV Daily Podcast Show, which I think is what I'm going to call it now. It's a mouthful, the bq.POV Daily Podcast Show. The Bryson Quinton Point of View Daily Podcast Show. Yeah, I don't know. The whole reason why I'm doing the show right now is to document the journey and the progress of everything I'm doing now to further help somebody later on in life with their journey when they're just starting, by just showing me being completely transparent here of where I'm at, what's going through my head, and yeah, just where I'm at in the process. I'm ground zero, day one, not even day one yet, and that I just wanted to share. I want to share that, and also to serve as a reminder that you can do anything. You can. You just have to start. You have to put your best foot forward, and you got to fix it as you go, progress. And if something pops up, you address it, you adjust, you find a way to make it happen, and then you keep going. And I've done that so many times with 75 Hard in phase 1, so I know I'm familiar with the principle of adjusting and keeping on moving forward. So, fuck yeah. And so, real quick, I just want to reiterate here the rules of the show. Can't tell anybody about the show. I can't have any guests on the show. Every episode must be at least 20 minutes long. It must have a lesson or valuable takeaway. No cuts or edits in the show, so I can't edit anything out or put anything in, or I can't edit anything out. So if I say a bad word, it's in there. I said it. And then I must upload 5 podcasts a week to Spotify. And those are the rules of the show for the first 100 episodes. After that, I'm sure the dynamic of the show will change, and I'll start bringing on guests and doing different types of shows on a different kind of schedule. But until we're there, I'm not going to really worry about it too much. But doing these shows right now is actually kind of therapeutic for me. I get to kind of judgment-free zone, talk to people, or you guys. Nobody's listening, but I get to talk to you guys about all this shit that's going through my mind, and there's no judgment. There doesn't even have to be understanding, because I understand what I'm saying, and it's pretty sweet to get that out there and voice what's in my head without me saying all this and then somebody says, cool. Has that ever happened to you? You tell somebody your goal, or you tell somebody something you're just excited about, and they hit you with oh, nice, And no, I don't need the big old congratulatory, big, huge response, but maybe care or a little bit. Even lie to me, bro. Just cool. Oh, fuck that, bro. Anyway, guys, that is the show. That is episode 22 of the bq.POV Daily Podcast Show, where I document the journey through my struggles, live hard, and developing my first business. So thank you so much for listening. We'll talk to you in the next one.